Yo, what's good? It's your boy Niger, aka King's Caliber, the Comeback King. 77 on Instagram, baby. Follow your boy. Hey, follow the YouTube channel here at God's Fault Podcast. Like, subscribe, share, put the noties on so you can get the latest episodes as we dig into all kind of topics. We here for it, you know? Hang with your boy. It's God's fault that I'm here. Don't be mad at me. Blame God. Yeah, we out.
Biggest enemy I got is myself, you know what I mean? New levels, man, everybody ain't got the same devils. My vision perspectives reach the collectives. My ops smelling like breakfast, eating like I'm cannibal, like I'm sick of perfection. I hear you.
Yeah, man, we back, man. We back. Last installment here, man. Episode 3. Check it out, man. We kicking it with my brother, Antonio Arrington, a.k.a. Mayday. Oh, pull that one out. You see that one coming. Toe, what's good? Yo, listen, we've been kicking it, man.
Yeah, I love him, Dad. I miss him. That guy,
yeah. Nah, I don't miss that nigga.
Yeah, I miss that nigga. That nigga was ruthless, man. He was ruthless.
Listen, nah, but we was having a really good discussion about fathers and manhood in general, fatherhood, manhood, guidance, and being able to have a place to really communicate with other like-minded brothers, man, when you're struggling, having some type of support system. And I know you was referencing an experience we shared in Vegas in a small men's group. It seems to be a passion of yours. I know it resonated with you. Could you go a little bit, elaborate more about the importance of that, and you know, what do you think we need as a culture of brothers to stand together?
Shout out to Precious, my niece. She was the one that got us connected and set up there. So, you know, she's always thinking about her papa, her dad, you know, making sure he's straight. And that, hey, you can't ask for no more love than that right there. You know, hey, I want to make sure my papa's straight across the board. And, you know, even though I was there walking into it, I thought it was amazing. Just the atmosphere, you know, you have a safe space to be vulnerable, you know, the people that was there and everything. And, you know, celebrating sobriety and how long they haven't been drinking and stuff like that. Just really everything that's praised right now. They were there saying, hey, you could be different. You could be normal. You don't have to be dependent on, you know, any alcohol or drugs and stuff like that. And we're going to celebrate you. People need to be celebrated now because of the things that they're going through in life and the struggles and everything that they have that has have them in a place of condemnation and feeling ashamed and everything. And there's good people out there that are addicted to substance and things like that want to be better, but that don't have a support system. They don't have a support system. They don't have it from their family. Their family is always coming down on them, ridicule them and everything. And they need a safe space where they say, I could just be vulnerable and transparent, but nobody will judge me. Right. So when we come into that atmosphere in that small group, I thought it was amazing, right? Just men being around men and they having some of the same struggles and they're talking about it and they feel safe in communicating what they're dealing with. So collectively, we could pray for one another. Collectively, I could go over and say, hey, my brother, hey, with no walls up and everything, I was dealing with that. Maybe this will help you, right? Staying in contact with support. We met a few guys there. The next time you were there, they was like, hey, where your brother at and stuff like that, right? It builds a kind of brotherhood and trust, and that's what's needed right now, right? You don't need to suffer alone, because that's where the enemy could play on you and everything. That's where he could get an upper hand on you. You need support as a man. You need to get out and sit among other men and say, hey, I had that problem. This is what, or you know what? It's okay. It will pass too. Or, hey, let's just pray and talk about it. Get it out. You'll feel better and take some steps to move forward. So I think a small group like that need to be across the nation. And it doesn't always have to be faith-based or church-based, just a safe space where, you know, men can come and just talk, because we deal with issues and everything that nobody can even fathom. Like I live, you know, sometimes I'm by myself at times or whatever. So the things I think about might not be the same thing that you think about or the same thing that you're dealing with. But if we're in a room and it's 20 or 30 or 20, 25 or 30 guys and like, hey, you know what? I was there. How did this guy know? Now you don't feel like what? You're alone. You don't feel like, hey, I'm just this weirdo and I got this weird addiction or whatever the case may be. It's a safe place to be transparent and vulnerable. And here's the deal. Nothing left the room. So when everybody came out that meeting, everybody felt good, like a weight was lifted.
Right.
So when that weight is lifted and that condemnation and all that that's sitting on your shoulders, you feel like you could do better because you feel better about you. You know that you're not alone. So we as men, we need that support group. Because this is what we taught. A man is supposed to be strong. Nothing supposed to faze him. He's not supposed to cry. He's not supposed to do all these things. So when you start doing all these things, you feel what? Less than a man.
Yeah.
And when you put a crack in
the measure up syndrome, where you
start messing with your mental and everything, it puts a crack in our armor.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's how you know when there's a lot of aspects of manhood that's misunderstood. That like the whole term, like the man up thing. There's a time and a place. Mm-hmm. There's a time, and sometimes man up doesn't mean the same thing every time.
Right.
Man up might mean open up and talk, express yourself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It might mean, stop whining and get the work. Yeah, it can mean that too. You know what I mean?
You wilding in it too much.
Right. So it's but just having a place, like I'm fortunate enough now. I have a small circle of brothers that I can rely on and pivot on. I always have you. And then I have some other brothers, close family members that I can tap into and just check in and just build and share and get things off our chests, and a lot of them are day ones and then a lot of them are day twos, but they long day twos, 10, 20, 15 years, 20 years, 20, so, and they're all about something, I get calls from people and we talking and we building. We probably not shared the same physical space for the last 20 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we still talking like we never left each other.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you definitely need a place to be able to express yourself, and not in a way to do something other. Like, you need to be able to talk to people who are about something too. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, let's qualify that. Not like I got a partner. He won't let me slip at all about no BS.
That's good.
He challenged all my BS. I'm like, come on, bro. Maybe I'm just, bro. Go ahead, man. Shout out to my man Wayman, man. Get on my nerves. You know what I mean? But
accountability, and we need that.
Yeah,
we need that.
Yeah, you need that. Hey, but I thought you said yada yada. I'm like, come on, man. You don't even read the Bible. Shut up. What you talk about? You know what I mean? So, it's just but just having people that stand by you, like that, who value what you do and who you are as a man, and they know you putting in work. You know what I mean? Like, you got Adrian, you got somebody very close that you could pivot off of, and it ain't and there's no mask there. There's nothing. Right. He gets the raw you, and he gets the A. That's fine. Yeah. See, I was at a point. I thought you had to be a certain, like, I thought. How can I say it? I was keeping an image of myself by myself. Right. You know how confused, how crazy that is? Mm-hmm. I wasn't giving myself no relief or no mistakes or no nothing. Yeah. No nothing. Constant pressure. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Constant pressure to perform. Constant pressure to end up. Constant pressure. And I was just like, and I didn't, and there was God given things within me that was there for a purpose. Right. That I was suppressing because I was trying to measure up to another image of what I thought a man was. Right. You know what I mean? So that's why, and that's one of the reasons why I enjoy, this platform, because I always say this is the home of the comeback kids. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm the comeback king, because I don't know anybody who came back from death more than I did. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You're definitely a walking miracle, right? Every
day. Lord. Every day. Yeah.
Hey, I was out open. I was putting it back. You brought me back, so I got to do with you. Yes. So definitely,
listen, man.
Definitely, something you said in there that we was talking about, that accountability. Who are you accountable to? Mm-hmm. As a man, you got to think about that. Who are you? You can't be accountable to yourself. You could be congruent with yourself. Congruent means that you keep the promises that you make to yourself, right?
No matter what happens. Say that again. Say that again. The
Congruent.
promise. Come on.
Congruent. You keep the promises you made to
The
yourself.
promises that you made to
Because
yourself
we lie to ourselves every day and we put it off. We
all
can
the
do it tomorrow.
time.
No, be congruent with yourself. Let your yes or your nay be your nay, and your yes be your yes. Right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something, be congruent to that. But who are you accountable to as a man?
Mm-hmm.
Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have a lot of issues. People don't want to be accountable and they don't want to be responsible.
Mm-hmm. And all that stems from a lack of self-awareness. What's the name? Kobe said it best. He said, "Don't negotiate with yourself. I don't negotiate with myself.
Right.
If I said I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna be congruent."
Because guess who heard every lie you told?
You.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why people lack self-confidence. Mm-hmm. That's why men lack self-confidence, because they know what they told, what they said, and then they don't show up. And that's why it makes it so easy for you to accept other people's excuses, because you accept your own.
Right. Ooh. Yep. There you go. You just hit a boulder out there. You just hit them in the face with it, right?
Yeah.
So, and where I learned congruency from was from my mentor and in my business. That's what I'm saying. Associations and proximity is everything. Right. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that you got a circle of men that's going places and doing things, because one, hey, y'all feeding each other. Iron sharpens iron. But hey,
that's right.
That makes you want to do more. Like in my circle, my military circle and everything, I got cats that's writing books. My mentor just came out with a book, Principles Make Your Life Predictable. My boy Mark Ross co-wrote a book with my boy Dr. Jones. They was in the military with me, talking about fatherhood and everything. They just dropped. My boy Antonio Fry, he's out in Chicago, right? He's in real estate and everything. My boy Mo. Shout out to Mo, man.
Shout out to Mo. That's big bro number 2.
He's always on, two houses, doing his thing out there. I got a lot of other partners just making moves, making it happen, have leadership podcasts and all this stuff into fitness. Right. So proximity and associations is everything, right? So when your circle or associations is on the move, it makes you move as a man. It makes you want to do more. It makes you want to be more, right? So you can give more, because we're givers.
Yeah.
We're givers. By nature, we're givers. So it makes you want to do more, and when you do more, you accomplish more, right? You feel good about yourself as a man. And some of us are stuck.
Right.
We're stuck 10 years ago. We're stuck 15 years ago mentally. Even though we're going through the motions now, we're still stuck.
Yeah.
Right? You got to let it go. And the only way you can let it go is have somebody show you how to let it go.
Right.
Because if
there has to be a sense of
you would have done it already. If you could let it go, you would have done it already.
I think a lot of people communication is everything. I'm learning this, right? Yeah. Communication is everything, and vocabulary, man. Understanding words and terms and things. Like when you misunderstand things, you get the wrong perception, and it skews your perspectives. Okay. I got my man, shout out to Lamont, the general, man, Lamont Garcia. We just had we got some more episodes with him coming out, man. Another hustler entrepreneur from New York, and he's been out here for a couple of years doing this thing, and me and him had a great conversation, and he's big on perspective, because how you take in information is important. A lot of us have our capacity. We've reached our capacity because we don't look outside ourselves. When you're trying to understand everything from where you are, and you don't have the courage to say, I don't know, show me. Explain. See, people get more offended. You get offended before you get understanding.
Right.
And that's where the ego kick in. I get to a place, I don't have to be heard. I want to listen. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want somebody else to pour into me. You know what I mean? Right. And then guess what? If we both coming from two different, points of expertise or experiences, I might be the smartest person in the room on one aspect, but then you the smartest person in the room on another aspect. Now we trading this information. Now we networking as men.
Yeah.
And too many times it's like we're afraid to share with each other because we're afraid we're going to outshine each other.
Because we're in competition. It's like kind of like that crabs in the bucket meant to, hey, I don't want this.
Right, but the one people don't, they put us in the bucket that wasn't our natural habitat.
Right. Yep. Yep. That's right.
You see what I mean?
Right.
So if we learn that, hey, wait a minute, this is not a bucket.
Yeah.
We're on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're in the open. We're not climbing
Mm-hmm.
over top of each other to get ahead. We're walking
Mm-hmm.
beside each other as an army.
Right. Right. I like
We're
that.
united.
Yeah. I always say
And
the
that's
table of plenty. The table of plenty. That's how the same way where you're going with yours, I talk
right.
about the table of plenty.
Right.
Go
Well,
ahead.
go ahead, because I don't know anything about. Go ahead. Yeah, kick it.
No,
What
no,
you got?
where you was heading, like we're walking together as an army. I talk
Right.
about the table of plenty in the business, right? This table is big enough so everybody can have a chair and get as much out of it as we want, right? We talk about team in my business and in our business and everything. Team stands together, everyone achieves more, right?
Mm,
So if we're doing this together, we can all thrive. It takes a village.
right.
It don't only take a village to raise the kids. It take a village to have good families. Takes a village to have good families inside of that village. So you're
Yeah.
gonna have somebody older, you're gonna have somebody
Mm-hmm.
young, you're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
somebody that's what good at listening, giving advice, doing right.
Right.
That's what the body is made of. Everybody has a different skill set.
Right. Right.
And when they come together and work together, guess what? The community thrives as a whole.
Right.
Right. So our company, everybody's from different walks of life. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
comes to the company, right, because there's something tangible that they can get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because they're not there for me. They're there for their family and their needs and their goals and their dreams. We're just in the same vehicle riding together.
Right.
And what I get to do is I get to help, I get to mentor, I get to train, I get to build relationships. Shout out to Vision Leadership Development, the whole squad from Adrian, everybody on down, right? I'm not going to call everybody's name on the team, but I just love our team. I love our company. I love what we stand for. Him
That's
and his
dope.
lovely wife, Ladidra, right? They've been the visionaries and the leadership for our company and everything. And it's been amazing. And we got some incredible people from all over the nation, from Texas, from Florida, right, from New Hampshire, different places. That's a part of our journey, right? And we building this thing, helping families one family at a time understand financial literacy. But it's a lot of things that coincide with that as well about being a better. We speak in the language of be a better life.
Right.
That's what you're not hearing anymore. It's not like a language of a better life is basically saying, hey, what do you want out of life as a person, as an individual? What do you want for your family, right?
Yeah.
How do you want to be when it comes to your family,
Right.
right? Like we always was big on family being around us and loving on us, and we loving on them and everything. And when we get together, we see that well, our business that they cultivate that how to be a better person. How can I
Yeah.
be a better dad? So my prayer started to change is, hey, how can I be a better dad every day? How can I be a better brother? How can I be a better leader? Right. When I
Mm-hmm.
pray, right? Because the business was the language of a better life.
Mm.
And everybody has a different version of what a better life is. It could be monetary. It could just be like, hey, how do I shake the residue off? Everybody
Right.
has residue. You know how when your nails grow and you have a little bit of dirt under there and it's still there?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has residue that they just can't get off because they don't know how, but they're scared to ask for help.
Yeah. Because if you ask for
Especially
help,
men.
you become vulnerable.
Right. You become vulnerable, especially as men.
Yeah.
So
You
then we
become
go back,
vulnerable.
we stay in that bubble with no work instead of stepping out our comfort zone a little bit. So
Yeah.
me being a military leader, I come from I tell people what to do. Now I'm a leader in a volunteer army.
Mm.
It's
That's
two
good.
different dynamics.
Yeah. That's good. One thing you said, and that's kind of dope what you said about, your organization, because what I've learned on my entrepreneurship journey, a healthy you is a healthy business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and it starts with a mindset and priorities. For me,
Mm-hmm.
like I know a lot of people struggle. Like, I come from a era where we was in the street all day,
Yep. All day.
drinking and getting high. That was normal. Me and
Getting
my
it.
wife
Yep.
was just talking about this
Yep.
today. We was in the street all day, smoking,
Doing
drink. This was just
mm-hmm.
moving, work.
Yep.
Hey, listen, feds, calm down. Okay. So, but we was
Hey,
out,
look,
we
the
was outside.
statutory limit is
Right,
outside the
right, right.
statutory
Oh,
limit.
listen, if they get your boy, you know why. But it was so normal
Mm-hmm.
that when I came into this domestic situation, because y'all always had a pull on me because of our upbringing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the divine was always tugging at me in everything I do and everything I did. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm in the streets and I'm like going through it because I can't silence the voice of righteousness
Yeah,
in my mind.
the
You know what
calling,
I
yep.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm serving my people garbage, poison. You know what I mean? Because of all the things that I had going on in my head and all the misconceptions and everything else, you know, happening. And I'm just like everybody else though. Every day we're gonna smoke, we're gonna drink, we're gonna get this money, get this bread, we're gonna knock off a few things. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? So bringing that and then falling in love, you know, scared to fall in love because it's a sucker's bed, right? Oh, you a square, you this, you that, you gotta let that so and so, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. So going that route and then trying to become a domesticated man,
He said domesticated. Yeah.
right? There, like domesticated. I didn't know what that looked
The
like.
beast,
I
the
had
beast was
no
tamed. Yeah, the beast was
look.
tamed.
Listen, I had no idea what that looked like. And
Right,
you could try to fake it all you want to. You gonna show up.
right. You
You
gonna
know what I'm
show up. There
saying?
you go. Yeah, you gonna
You
show up.
gonna
Yeah.
show up. You
Right.
know, so it took a lot. And so we're bumping my head along that journey with my family, and that's one of the reasons why my children to this day, you know, they look at me like, oh my God, like look at my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, I remember when my dad was this, and
Mm-hmm.
now he's like this. And the only
Mm-hmm.
thing changed, I didn't change, my priorities changed.
Right. Right.
And when my priorities changed, the behavior automatically switched
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not focused on the things that I was focused on. I'm focused on this side. I'm
Yeah.
focused on getting here. I got a goal. I got a dream. I got a vision for my family. People perish for a lack of knowledge. The people perish for a lack of
Mm-hmm.
knowledge, no vision. I mean,
Yeah.
people perish for a lack of vision. You know what I mean? They don't have no. You can't see it. I couldn't see nothing but what was in front of me. I couldn't see past that.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a position. If you would have told me 30 years ago that I would be here, you know what I mean, speaking the way I'm speaking, covering my grandbabies down there. You see what I mean? Teaching them.
Right.
You know, it's like mind blowing. All because the priority shifted in the understanding of becoming becoming the man of purpose that I was supposed to be.
That's key. What you said, a man of purpose. You know, God gave man work before anything. He gave him purpose before anything.
Purpose.
Yeah, he gave him purpose. Yeah, he gave him
Purpose.
work.
I'm
Right.
telling you, I'm so big on that word. Like, and a lot of men lack it, but I've seen a lot of men shift once they have their first child. They have a child and like they be like, whoa, wait, I got to go. I got to
And
get
here's
right.
the deal. Here's the deal with this, right? When that happens, you get out of yourself and you say, hey, I'm responsible. I'm indirectly accountable for this being. So you put you put you back and you make them the priority. So you
That's
have
right.
something to focus on. They become your purpose.
That's
They
right.
becomes everything that's important to you. So if you want a productive man, give him work or give him purpose. And you could get, and if he knows his purpose, oh, he's gonna be, and he's walking with the Father, he's gonna be what? Blessed exponentially, because why? He's walking in his calling or his purpose. It could be whatever. Don't have to be on the pulpit or whatever. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is we all have a purpose and a job to do here. If you find it early, right, and you walk in it, you're gonna be blessed. But most of the time, when that part of your brain kicks in and you start thinking about it, is when you're responsible and you are indirectly accountable,
right,
for
and that's
something, for someone or something. Because I always say my kids saved my life.
no
And people
doubt,
be,
that's a fact.
my people, everybody be laughing for real. They be like,
Yeah.
Papa Rooney, you did everything. I said, no. When they give me accolades like that, I say, you don't know. You guys saved my life.
Yeah.
I said, I'm honored. I'm always honored to be your dad. I tell them that all the time.
Yeah.
Because what? They gave me something to focus on, to hone in on.
Something
They
outside
say,
of
hey,
yourself.
I got to be better. I
Yeah.
got to do better, you know, right? Because if it was left up to me, hey, I'd have been, raising hell, still, hey, chasing, running, big cars, big rims, drinking, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they always say I was a golden child, but I just knew how to hide my mess. Let me
Right.
tell you like that. I knew how
Right.
to
Right.
hide my mess, if that makes sense.
Right.
Right. So when they came in, hey, I didn't want to portray that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I wanted them to be proud of me.
Yeah.
I wanted my kids to be proud of me.
Yeah.
Believe it or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
So
No,
when
that's real.
you have that thinking, right, you operate different.
Mm-hmm.
You operate it because fathers are the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
We the
Yeah.
foundation in everything. If you
That's why
step
it's
in the
so
house,
tricky when you got
go
to,
ahead.
and I don't mean to cut you off, but that's why it's so tricky when the children are weaponized in relationships to manipulate a man to do this or to something. Like, it's crazy because then the man resent the child because he's resenting it
Yeah,
through the mother.
yeah, yeah.
And you're seeing a generation of men walking away from their children
And you
because
can't
the
do that.
mother or the relationship is toxic and the two can't get together and set aside their differences for the future of the child.
And that's a good point. Here's the deal. What I say to that, you never walk away from what you created. I don't care
Yeah,
what she does.
that's right.
Hey, we all been through some stuff like that. Hey, the kids is what's matter at the end of the day, right? So if she that toxic, get her on paper.
Yeah,
Get her on
there's a way
paper. If
to
she
do it.
learn the judicial system. It's not like 20 or 30 years ago, right? It's a little bit better when it comes to domestic issues with kids are involved. But if you'll never go in and see what you eligible for or entitled to, you will never know. And they will get and let's just say the women that are toxic, because all women are not toxic,
No, they're
right?
not. Mm-hmm.
Right. The ones that are, the judge will see right through it. And I'm telling you, because
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy.
I worked in the legal space for about 10 years. So it has gotten better. It's not all the way 100, but it has gotten better. And another thing you said about earlier about health, our business focus on the 5 F's: faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. That's what we focus on. So that language of a better life ties into that. And you can have it all. You can have it all. It's not all about the money. It's about what? It's more so about freedom. When you free in your mind, right? When somebody really loves themselves and is really happy and there's no one could crack, nobody could put a chink in their armor, because why? They are so free.
Mm-hmm. Well, self-awareness is liberating when you have a purpose, when you know who you are.
Yep.
It's really liberating because you don't need external things to bring you joy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of things like what people don't understand. I just wanted to go back because it's been the judicial system when it comes to like child support and different things has been exposed. A lot of states was getting kickbacks for dollars from the federal government for child support. They was making like $66 cents on a dollar for every child support payment that they collected. And they was hitting men with the max, and just it was a lot of corruption in there because there was no matter of fact, I think there's a huge legal lawsuit going on right now with the child support system because they was operating illegally as a self-governing entity with their own judges and court system.
Come on. Yeah.
So it's and that's something. So because of profits, a lot of families. So think about this: you got the welfare system, and then you got the child support system working hand in hand and tandem together, deliberately breaking up impoverished minority families for profit.
Right.
And then putting out a narrative, and then you got that with the system where you put out the narrative where women don't need men, men don't need women. You know what I mean? And over hypersexualizing the culture on top of it. It's so crazy that, we're at odds with each other as women and men in our culture, but we can't stop being in each other's bed.
Yeah. We're in competition.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can step up and prep up. They put that ad out there. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, they put that out there for you, but they won't tell you to stand together as a family.
Stay together as a family. Yeah, because hey, if you could divide, right? Then you could what conquer.
Yeah. And that's what's been going on with our culture. That's why I said,
Mhm.
like, you got to get to a point. I believe this about all people. I believe everybody, every day, when they get up, when you wake up and you look in the mirror and you wash your face and you look in that
Right.
mirror,
Right. Wash your
right?
face.
You
Right.
you face the real you, all the
Every
lies,
day.
all the stuff. It takes a lot
Mhm.
of stuff. It takes a lot of stupid to ignore your heart in the morning every day. You have opportunity to start fresh.
Can I jump in there?
Go
And
ahead.
one of the biggest things you remember when I was sick with COVID,
Yeah.
right? Sick with COVID, and I was COVID pneumonia. I had about 10 days to reflect on me.
Yeah.
Now imagine that you fighting for your life. You're in a room, a little bitty room.
Hmm.
Strangers might come in and out, but
Yeah.
you have to take the time to analyze you. We're going so fast right now, right? We're going so fast. We're so caught up. We're so caught up in blaming. We're so caught up being victim. We're so caught up in everything. It has happened. Let me say it like this, ladies and gentlemen. It's happened. Where do we go from here? Anytime when you could have statistics, right, that probably support what they're doing as being effective, we have to change individually. So for the sake of this conversation, if you're looking for a partner, why are you looking to see what you can get out of them instead of saying what can we do to build?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because it's a shared space.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
those little things make all the difference in the world. But
Yeah.
if we come from a selfish perspective,
Oh, you're hitting on something right
if
now.
if we don't take the time to analyze, to do a self-assessment of what's good about us and what's bad about us,
Hmm.
then we're never going to see who we truly are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we go to church. It doesn't matter if we look in the mirror. If we don't sit down and come to terms with ourselves, we won't change unless something happened. Now, unless we have a bad experience, we almost die, whatever the case
Hmm.
may be, and then the light comes on.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be that dramatic to what? Sometimes we are hard headed to get your attention. Being in that room for like 10 days changed me.
Hmm.
Changed
Well,
me.
you
I was
listen.
scared.
You're right. When you have, and I don't mean to cut you off, but when everything is moving such a fast pace
Mm-hmm.
that the distractions are at an all time high,
And that's how the enemy
and you
works. That's
and
how
you
the
can't
enemy works.
and you don't have a chance to sit with yourself.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's how
You know
the
what I
enemy
mean?
works.
You don't have a chance to sit with yourself. I didn't mean to
Mm-hmm.
cut you off because you was on the road, but I didn't want to lose that thought. So when you actually get a chance to slow down, sit with who you are for
Mm-hmm.
half a second. I remember I used to, when I get ready for work, I throw on music, boom, boom, get in the hustle grind mode, blah, 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 blah. Like never a peaceful time in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped doing that. Hold on, let me slow
Right.
down. I get up in the morning now,
Yeah.
I'm meditating,
Right.
get a little devotion in,
There you go.
learn a little lesson,
Mm-hmm.
listen to somebody else smarter than me, talk about something I might need to be doing that might could pivot to, whatever. I'm
Yeah.
feeding myself,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
feeding myself spiritually.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what I
what
was
I
gonna say.
mean?
That spirit man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and also feeding my mental, just my
Mm-hmm.
regular mental knowledge, on the
Mm-hmm.
topic or whatever, rehearsing, like learning in a better space of people doing it better, copying the best cat. You know what I mean? Like doing like all these little things for self improvement before I turn all that noise on. There's no
Right.
noise. Everything is intent. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
done with intent every day
Right.
because I'm looking for a desired result.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you can't get them randomly. Life is not the lottery. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I see too many times. I tell people to drop the excuses and pick up a purpose. You know
I
what I
like that.
mean?
Yep.
You know, and you said something earlier about and when you're building off each other like we do, we call, we have conversations sometimes. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't messing with you, man, because you trying to make me, and we on the phone for an hour, and you're like, man, listen, man.
Right. Right.
But iron do sharpen iron. But you know what a lot of people doing? They meeting iron with rags, and they dusting, and all they doing is polishing silver to be shiny, to be looked at. Faithful are the wounds of the friend, but the deceitful kisses of the enemy. Deceitful are the kisses of the enemy. So they just shout, you know what I mean? And I ain't, you know, they just polishing. Oh, look at it. You can see my reflection. Right? I can see me and you.
Shiny. Yeah.
Right?
Shiny. Yeah.
Shiny. You know, and it's deceptive because it makes you think since it's shiny, it's good. But it's dull. It's not sharp. It can't handle the pressures of life that changes.
Come on,
you know what I mean? And that's and it's wild, man. So that's why it's so important that, you know, the self-awareness. And the one thing, because I tell, you know, my kids this, my daughters, because they're single young ladies, right? I say, listen, you have to be whole in you.
Right.
Nobody's gonna be able to make you happy.
There you go.
They're gonna fail you. They're gonna disappoint you. If your relationship is based on them making you happy, it'll never work.
It's gonna fail. Yep.
It's gonna fail. You have to be whole, and then when you're whole, you won't fall for the sucker's bet of somebody who's not. You'll recognize it. You'll recognize that you'll see right through it because you're complete, and you'll hear it in their speech. You'll hear how they talk. You hear how they approach their day.
Yeah.
You'll hear it. You'll see what they complain about. You'll hear the ungratefulness. You'll hear the unthankfulness. You'll hear, you know, the lack of preparation. You'll hear no intent in them.
Yeah,
that's not something you can fake.
Right.
Because consistency is the key. Once you got to make these things a habit. This got to be your habit. You know what I mean? Not, you know, because people could put on the shelf, they can shut the job for a little bit. You got to see how they look, how they do when they're disappointed, how they look when they're angry.
Right.
When they feel like they just
analyze how you feel when they're angry.
Right. I learned my emotions are very important. Not to act on, but it measures what's the trigger. Wait, why did I feel like this? Oh, okay. I see. That's your alarm system. I mean, it's my spiritual alarm system. My emotions, you know what I mean? And I'm looking at me. I'm not looking at what you did.
There you go. That's what I was gonna say. Hey, like, why am I thinking like this, or why am I responding like this, or, you know, because it starts with me. Yep.
Yeah.
As a man, believe it or not, everything starts with you. Everything starts with you because of the design. And a lot of us, there's some that take on the responsibility, and a lot of us don't want the responsibility because why? It forces you to grow. It forces you to sacrifice. It forces you to share. You know what I'm saying? Right? With little to no, let's just say, recognition or reward that comes out of it. But the reward is in the success of your family. The reward is in the success of your legacy. Legacy is the ability to die and still be effective on the earth, right? So do you get thanked all the time for the sacrifice? No, you don't. But you could get thanked from your brothers. You could get thankful in other ways, right? You have to teach a lot of those intangibles that are not taught anymore.
Right.
If you want to be appreciated, show what appreciation is.
That's right.
If you want gratitude, show what it is. Exercise it, show it. Right. So, like, when it's my moments, I tell my kids, hey, you know, I got some great kids, and every parent feel like they got great kids and their kids special. But I feel like my two are dynamite. You know, Hot Nicks and Isabella, right? They doing it, and I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, right? But hey, when it's time to celebrate, I'm like, hey, what y'all doing for your papa? Yeah, I'm asking, like, hey, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, give me my flowers. You know, hey, because I'm gonna take care of you. You know, and my kids are good on that, especially Belle. You know, she rock with it, right?
Right.
But hey, right, but they good with it. They call, they acknowledge, thank you. You have to teach those little intangibles if you want to receive that. And a lot of times a lot of times we're not in the trenches teaching them those little things. Or like when you come in the house, speak to the adults when you come in the house. You know what I'm saying? We don't teach that stuff no more, and that stuff is so important.
That's funny because we do that all the time. It says like, hey, you walking into, oh, wait a minute. You better, we just, okay. Or if you walk in the room, you better recognize everybody up in here. What's wrong with you?
Right.
So,
Right.
but no, these things, that's one of the things that, and I'm glad you said that, because we're gonna have you back on, because even though we touched on some of the VLD stuff, I wanted a segment where you can actually you can really share some game about the importance of financial responsibility and thinking of what you can do with these whole life insurances. You see all these snippets and things all over the place, and kind of explain these different insurances and what they mean for people and how to build trust and everything else. So I definitely want to get into that with you as well. So Tone, we gotta have more time. We gotta have more time. We gotta do this again. We started on one thing, but listen, it was good conversation, man.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, good conversation. There's a lot to unpack, but see that, and this is what men need. They need this, and so I definitely want to have you on as a regular. I know we shared about some things that we would like to do already on off camera. So it's so important. It really is. It's so important. We need to be there for each other as men and brothers, and build up our culture. One household at a time. One household at a time. It's not like Nipsey, man. It's a marathon, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not a sprint.
It's not a sprint. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, and we're gonna run together as men and brothers, and build up these households and be an example for the future. Definitely. So man, it's
Can I give a shout out?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, do what you do.
Yeah, I got to shout out to the sis, big sis, love you, boo. Shout out to Nicole, Chantel, and the Thompson clan. I love you. We love you from the podcast. Nigel's doing well. Shout out again to VLD. Shout out to the church. Right, Faith Tabernacle, all my family out there. I have communities, right, and they rally. There's so many people that I love from the church and everything, and my family, my extended family. Shout out to the Jersey connection, the North Carolina connection. I ain't gonna get into all the names. Shout out to the South Carolina connection.
You could have did this at the beginning of the joint, man.
I know we just started getting into it. We just so I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. But hey, it's all love. It's all love. Love you guys and everything. Shout out to my bro, my big little bro, the comeback king, right? Hustle King Raymond, man. Hey, the podcast is just flame. That's all I gotta say.
Appreciate you, man.
The content is about. I am so proud of you, man.
Appreciate it.
The way you come off, the way you interview, the way your content, what you've been researching and everything, and you can hear it. And I'm telling you, man, it's just gonna keep getting better. It's gonna blow up. And a lot of the guests you have on here, man, great interviews. These are men that are doing it. So shout out to you guys, man. Everybody that's in the trenches that are really doing it. Right. Don't worry about the stereotypes. I never worry about the stereotypes.
Right.
Don't worry about the haters. Haters are your number one fans.
Right.
We go out here and fight the world every day, right? They hit us, we still get up, we still keep going. You know why? Because of the legacy. The legacy is the most important thing, your purpose and your legacy. Your reason why. You got to have a reason why to make you cry.
You about to segue into something else. Hold up, man.
No. You got to have a reason why. Because that reason why going to keep you going. Going to keep you going. So find out what's most important. If it's your family, right?
That's a fact.
You want to get in a state of mind that you don't want to tell your family no. So that'll make you get up when you're tired. That'll make you get up when your knees hurt, when your back crack, when that disc bulge, right? When somebody rub you wrong and you want to put a strange chokehold on them and you stop because you don't want to get locked up. Right? Because it's not about you. It's about your legacy. So find your reason why. Find your purpose and keep pushing. If nobody salutes you, I salute you. Right now, happy Father's Day to all the generals out there.
Man. Happy Father's Day, man.
That's doing it, right? Shout out to you guys, man. If nobody don't tell you, your boy King T gonna tell you, hey, shout out to you, right? Because we don't get celebrated all the time, right? So max out your day.
Yeah, that's a fact,
somebody appreciate you. We're not comfortable with appreciation. Celebrate you.
Listen, man, we totally accept all that love, man, and wisdom and encouragement and affirmations and we just accept all of that, man. We thank you for being on. Again, it's not going to be just the first of many. It's the first of
Yes,
many.
sir.
So
We got a
super
lot more
proud of you,
plans. We got
big
a lot
bro.
of plans.
Yeah,
Yes,
super
sir.
proud. Shout out to Josh, man. Our
Yeah.
little brother Josh, man. Shout out to you,
Jay
man.
Wins, yeah. Shout
And
out to you, Jay. Big
yeah,
Red down in Carolina.
no doubt, man. And in this episode is in love and memory of my little cousin, man, Joshua Stevens,
Yeah.
man. We lost
Yeah.
him 2 days ago to gun violence, man. And
Yeah.
Uncle Michael, man, we
RP,
love
man.
you. If you catch one of this, episode, man, just know that we love you, man, and we support you, and our prayers is with you. We'll be seeing you
Praying
guys
for
soon.
you, man.
We'll be seeing you soon. Yeah, absolutely,
Yep.
man. So, we signing off. Oh, listen, make sure. Oh, my bad. One more thing, Tone. One more thing, and we did kind of go over a little time, but we good though. Could you tell the people how to locate you? What's your socials? What's your website?
Okay.
Shoot that out right quick, man, and make sure you send me
Real
all these
quick,
links so we can have them in there in
I
the
will
description
send
form.
it to you, right? So let me look it up because I never know, right? So if you want to hit me on on Instagram, right?
Yeah,
you can hit me at Chief_A. You could DM me there, Chief_A, right? That's Chief Arrington. So just the initial A, so Chief underscore and a little A. You can hit me there. On TikTok, right? TikTok, let me see, because I don't know about this. You know more about this than me. At Tonio Arrington 8. At Tonio Arrington 8. You could DM me there.
We'll have them in the
And
link in the descriptions for you. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll see you all that so you can have it right. So if you want information, if you want insight, we're definitely there to help you. And again, it's all about education.
Right.
Education is the key before anything, because if you're properly informed, we say information breeds transformation. If you're properly informed about a thing, it changes your way you perceive it or know what it to be. So, yes, anytime, hit me up. I'll send you some information, or we could do a quick 20-minute Zoom call, and we could talk about anything when it comes to finances and things like that. And we are brokers to about 87 different companies. So if you have so if you have if you want to save for college for kids tax free, we can help you with that. If you need some better protection on your accounts or whatever, we can more likely help you with that. If you need wills and trusts, that's a big thing because we're buying more properties and stuff like that and more assets, right? You want to get it protected, right?
Yeah.
You want to get it into trust. You want to own nothing but control everything. You do that through an irrevocable trust. That's the safest trust that you can have, right? We have partnerships that we can put you in touch with to help you, and it's affordable, right? So we have a lot of spaces and places where we can help you, right? Protect what you have and pass down that generational wealth. That's generational wealth big right now. So
right, there it is. That's listen.
Definitely get in touch, connect with you if you have any questions or concerns, or just want to get some things set up for you and your family.
Right, that's what's up, man. And like I said, we're gonna have his links in the description. And we're gonna post them up here too on a video format as well, so you guys can see it. And we're gonna sign off, man. Again, it's been a great conversation, and I can't wait. We're gonna have many more, man. And I love you, man.
Can't wait to see you, man. Can't wait to see you.
No doubt. He come all the way from the West Coast for it, brother, man. We connect the world. We doing it, man.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
man. You don't even know.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, man. So that's what's up, man. We signing off. Check us out, godsfault.info. Check us out here on the video format on YouTube at God's Fault Podcast. Check me out at the Comeback King 777 on Instagram. Hustle the Rain on Instagram. We out here. We doing what we do at King's Caliber on TikTok, man. We rocking, man. So we love you guys. And until the next time, we out. Word.